Oh, welcome. This is your boy, the host with the most, but humble. And I do mean humble, the Nostra Novice, aka Derek. And I'm here on a Monday to give you the hungry, happy, healthy people here at Wrestle Cram. The Monday show, the tag in. If you're watching it today, you're watching it tomorrow, you're watching it next week. I truly do thank you from the bottom of my heart to the depths of my loins. I truly do thank you. Without you guys, it truly wouldn't be me. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. I'm humbled every single day I do this. Um, just let's do some cleaning first and foremost. Yes, I did a video yesterday regarding some really fun stuff that I'm going to be doing on Friday. No, it was not a doppelganger. No, it was not an evil twin of mine. It was me. And yes, we are going to do a Axe Wrestle Cram segment. I do have it on the community tab here on the YouTubes. I also have it on the my group page on Facebook and Vendetta's group page as well. Go and ask your questions. We will have a very fun time. This is not about me. It is about you guys and you getting your just desserts, getting your funds, and all that good stuff or whatnot. You can ask your boy anything as long as it is in the rules or whatnot. Okay, don't forget the rules are there. It's not a lot of rules, but just don't be a dick. How about that? Don't be a dick. Also, don't forget if you have not, go to the Facebook group page. That is, of course, Wrestle Club, Wrestle Super Club. That's Wrestle Cram Super Club, Wrestle Cram Super Club. Try saying that 5 times fast. Oh, wait. But anyway, yes, you have that as well. Okay, so don't forget those two things. That's the only thing I have for right now. Now, let's talk about, of course, what we're going to talk about today on the tag in. We're going to talk about, of course, the king and the queen, in the king and queen of the ring being scrapped, probably. Also, we're going to talk more about Drew MacIntyre and the WWE. We're also going to talk about, we're going to tag in with, of course, Jim Cornette and Dave Nelson. It's gonna be a two for this go around, and my 2 cents is gonna be about, of course, AEW, WWE, and them being hurt with the new free agencies or lack thereof now due to the hiring freeze. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe, you guys. I got this from Coataholic. I do love Coataholic. I got this from the actual website this go around. Didn't go to the YouTubes. Go and check them out. Go subscribe to them as well. If you have not, I guarantee you have. I mean, Coataholic is one of the biggest wrestling news people out there in the YouTubes and on the webs as well. But it reads as follows: the following of the scrapping of the King and Queen of the Ring pay-per-view last week. The status of the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring tournament at Night of Champions on May 27th has officially been addressed by the WWE. It does continue to say that it isn't looking good for fans of King of the Ring. However, according to PW Insider, Elite WWE have yet to decide on if King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring will set place at Night of Champions. But sources through it was less likely when the tournament possibly begins, slotted in for after the up and coming WWE draft. Nothing is set in stone yet. WWE has decided to replace King and Queen of the Ring with Night of Champions, with the pay-per-view being set place in on, of course, the same day, which is May the 27th in Saudi Arabia. The change was simply a creative decision, PW Insider Elite reports. as the belief of Night of Champions will mean something for, of course, Saudi Arabia. I think they have changed, of course, Crown Jewel to Night of Champions. WWE last held King of the Ring tournament in 2021 with Xavier Woods, of course, beating Finn Balor for the crown, and of course Selena Vega winning the women's tournament as well. This is going to be a downer because I was really looking forward to King and Queen of the Ring. I was a huge fan of King of the Ring when I was a child. I think the last one, I think it was Bret or Owen Hart. Of course, the infamous Stone Cold one with the Austin 316 being built with that one. But I will say that it's really weird that we didn't get a King of the Ring or we may. It depends. It may be like one of those things that AEW does, like a mini type of situation for a 2-week ordeal for everybody to try to get something in. I mean, this does a lot for people that are not on the card a lot or not on TV a lot. I mean, you can even put the bad boy some of the matches on main event on the streaming service as well. I mean, I thought it would be cool because one of the stipulations would have been is that you do get a title shot of your choice, or give them a title shot for the of course the United States title or the Intercontinental title. That would be a fun thing to do. I mean, something that can allow them to get some type of tournaments in there. I hate that WWE is one of the only groups that don't have legitimate tournaments. Even AEW has a great tournament system where you get a really cool belt or a really cool trophy. I mean, it sucks. It sucks because the New Japan A1 is really really good. It lasts about 3 months. It shows great performances, and it gives out great storylines toward the end where it goes into Wrestle Kingdom. I hate that, it sucks. It sucks. It truly baffles the mind of who does these changes all of a sudden and says that, it was a turn or a change of direction. And you know what? I'm just gonna blame it on Vince McMahon. Let's blame it on Vince McMahon because he's back. He is taking a full reign of everything, and I guarantee that he's been done with King of the Ring for a while. And Triple H came back and said, "Hey, Dad, let's do this." And I guarantee that he is the back of the King of the Ring. He is the guy who wanted to bring it back and put some really cool stipulation on there. But Vince McMahon, the anti-fun police, doesn't want that to happen, and I hate that. Then it is what it is. But let's move on to some more bad news. Drew MacIntyre. Honestly, this is getting completely out of hand. One of the hottest superstars during the COVID era, and pretty much kept everything afloat. Drew McIntyre contract is due to expire at the end of 2023. Apparently, backstage, Drew isn't happy with the creative of the direction of his character, and of course his money. He has been literally putting WWE on his back. His back should be destroyed after all of that carrying he was putting forward to. PW Insider has informed us that Drew McIntyre and the WWE has not come to terms for a new contract after the match between Sheamus, Gunther, and himself. He posted 3 hand emojis waving goodbye. Hopefully it's not a wave goodbye, but a hello, how you doing? I don't know. I'm just having fun right now. But another thing that was really crazy as well. After this SmackDown, apparently he was not there. And during the show, apparently he blacked out his entire Twitter page. I mean, deleting everything off of there, even the WWE at WWE type thing. We don't know what's going on. Hopefully, this is a work. Hopefully, this is something that's going to bring back Drew McIntyre stronger and better than ever. But man, it is getting to a point where you have a top WWE superstar, as in Drew McIntyre, losing a lot. Losing a lot. This is where we know that we may need another title for the Raw brand if Vince allows Roman to go to Raw, which probably is going to happen. But we do need a champion. We do need a champion that is on TV on a regular basis. I mean, this is getting to a point where you have, once again, I love Roman Reigns. I think Roman Reigns is a great champion. Hands down, one of the greatest champions out there. But when you don't have a current top champion on TV on a regular basis, you get this type of situation. In AEW, no, MJF should not wrestle every single Dynamite. No, MJF should not be on Rampage. But MJF is there. He is doing his thing. He is doing great promos after promos. You can't just have the Bloodline there and Paul Heyman there just sitting there and just doing what they got to do. This is getting old. And yes, I know I'm talking about that situation, but Drew's been there. Drew's been champion, and he did not get his roses yet. He did not get the love that he was supposed to get yet. He lost the title to Bobby Lashley when we got back to, I guess, 75% capacity, and then eventually we got back to 100% capacity. That's when Roman took both titles, of course, beating Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, and that's where the reign began. We did get, of course, him facing Roman at Clash at the Castle, but we get the opening of Solo Sikoa, or the beginning of the Solo Sikoa enforcer character, beating or knocking out, of course, Drew McIntyre, and for Roman to retain those titles, still giving, a really not so great run after that, with him facing Karrion Kross, going against, of course, Sheamus most of the year, then teaming up with Sheamus to lose at, of course, War Games, and of course losing at WrestleMania against Gunther at a triple threat with, of course, Sheamus. To me, it's getting old. It's getting old. And I was really talking about, you should have one set of champions for tag and world, but you don't have a full-time champion. So it's time to get somebody out there. If I guarantee one of the things, because he was talking about his creative or the character, that, he needs another title run. And I would love for him to have another title run. Even if he goes to Raw, let him go to Raw. Keep Sheamus on SmackDown. Have him run, have that title. Have him run with that title for a while. And I guarantee turn him heel. Turn him heel. It's all good. Turn him heel. It's no biggie. But something needs to happen with this situation. It truly sucks, and I hate the situation that's going on. Another thing that we're going to talk about, of course, we're going to tag in now. Going to do our tag in segment. This is going to be the Jim Cornette experience, and of course the Dave Nelson Wrestling Observer. And we're going to talk about, of course, CM Punk. Of course, we're going to talk about CM Punk, you guys. And this is the situation where I really, it truly grinds my gears when I hear situations like this, where we know the story. We know the story, but we know that we have friends on one of the federations, and we don't want to make our friends upset, and that's what's going on. The Wrestling Observer did say that, it's mostly CM Punk's fault of the situation with, of course, Colt Cabana and the situation with the Young Bucks, saying that the Young Bucks were giving out information to, of course, the airwaves, saying that Colt Cabana, CM Punk doesn't like Colt Cabana, and of course we have this situation where CM Punk apparently wants Colt Cabana to be away from the WWE, not WWE, from the AEW locker room, and put him directly on the Ring of Honor roster. This was not a CM Punk issue. This was a total Tony Khan issue. Tony Khan should have talked to his EVPs about this situation, but we didn't get that. And now CM Punk was truly upset behind this situation of them backstabbing him in, of course, that situation. Let's also talk about the Adam Hangman Page going into work for himself on a promo, not only into destroying CM Punk, but burying the whole company and disobeying the CEO, the lead developer, or everything that was with Tony Khan. He got nothing for that. He did not get any type of going to the back and talking about it. Nothing. But so CM Punk is truly on his last limb. He is upset. He wins the title at All Out, and that's what happens. He finally erupts. He finally gets upset with everything that was going on with that situation, and he let it all out. Everybody else let it all out on podcast and live TV, but when he does it, he gets in trouble for it. It's the crazy thing about it. Yes, I would have said the exact same thing, and yes, if I was an MMA person and I said, if you got beef with me, you come to my locker room, I would have said the exact same thing or whatnot. Because we have stuff that is going on in this locker room that should not be going on in the locker room with grown-ass men that are making multi-$1,000 contracts. Probably even multi-million-dollar contracts. This is getting out of hand. We also have Chris Jericho on his podcast talking about, of course, CM Punk is a cancer. But once again, he is the only person to give y'all multi-million-dollar ticket buys. The only person to do that. Yes, I'm a huge Chris Jericho fan, but once again, he is still not putting in the work that CM Punk has done, and a lot of people are not behind CM Punk, and it sucks because the only people that I see, there are some neutral people in there, but Jim Cornette and Brian Last, those are the people that have literally been behind him because they know the drama between the elite. Not even the elite, it's just the Young Bucks that we're having issues with. Yes, I'm a fan of the Young Bucks as well, but we all know that they did not like CM Punk for some apparent reason. They didn't like CM Punk or whatnot. Was it because of the ticket buys? Was it because that Tony Khan called CM Punk the Plus Delta, which he was the Plus Delta? It is what it is. He is the one who literally put those butts in the seats. No disrespect to the elite. No disrespect to Kenny Omega. No disrespect to the Blackpool Comeback Club. No disrespect to Jon Moxley, who I still think is the greatest AEW champion of all time as of right now. But when you have a person like CM Punk that comes into your locker room and change the environment for the good, then we have a problem. I talked about this. CM Punk is trying to get a meeting with Chris Jericho. He's trying to get a meeting with the Young Bucks. He's trying to get a meeting with, of course, Kenny Omega. He's trying to get everybody back together, put everybody back in this situation. Even FTR, even Dax and Cass. Cass has even said that getting CM Punk back together, all together, it is going to help bring this company to another level, and it deserves to be like that. It truly deserves to be like that, and I hate that we do not have some type of severity from the Wrestling Observer with of course Dave Meltzer, who is literally, I will say this, he is one of the biggest historians in wrestling altogether. So trust me, I understand where all of these people are coming from that are pro Punk. I understand that, but when you have friends like the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega and of course Chris Jericho harping in your ear and not understanding what's going on, that's where the issue lies. And trust me, Dave Nelson, you're going to be on the wrong side of history if you continue to keep this facade up like it's all CM Punk's fault. I love both of y'all. I do look at, of course, Wrestling Observer. I do also listen to the Jim Carter Experience. Go subscribe to both of those. Also, the Dax Hardwood. Go check his podcast out. And Chris Jericho, I listen to him as well. I'm a fan of everybody, but we got to put our big boy pants on sometimes, okay? Oh, God. I hate to do stuff like this. Because we try to stay positive here. But it is what it is. Let's talk about, of course, my 2 cents. My 2 cents will be about, of course, the hiring freeze of the WWE. Now, once again, apparently, the merger allowed people to hold off on a lot of money, and that's getting not hiring the people that they were supposed to hire. Jay White was one of those groups that was supposed to be in the new hiring. Of course, it was supposed to be Brian Cage as well, and Nick Aldis. I thought that they were going to try to get Nick Aldis as well. He is one of the longest reigning NWA champions. But unfortunately, Nick Aldis did a premiere on Impact. Of course, Brian Cage re-signed with Ring of Honor, and Jay White appeared on Dynamite attacking Ricky Starks. It truly sucks because those three people would have made a huge impact on the WWE. It sucks because now we have Nick Aldis, who probably, well, I would say Jay White, but Nick Aldis, who would have been a great pickup for the WWE, putting him into let's even fantasy book with Gunther or whatnot. Jay White automatically going after Roman Reigns because, of course, Cody Rhodes can't do it for a while. I mean, this hiring freeze, I think, is going to hurt the WWE. I mean, it looks like now Mercedes Moné may re-sign with New Japan or even go to AEW due to the fact that they don't have the money. Apparently, they do have the money, but they don't have the money. They hold on to that money due to the fact of this this merger. I wouldn't say I hate it, because the golden age, I still say this to this day, can happen with multiple wrestling organizations coming together and making everybody good. There's nothing wrong with having that, but it would have been fun to see Jay White in the WWE. I mean, it's now, I will say this, the good thing about the hiring freeze is that we're getting the draft, which is going to freshen up the entire roster with new people on both brands. Also, you do have NXT that you can grab from as well. Hopefully, Braun Breaker goes to one of these brands as well. But I wanted to see Kairi Sane. I wanted to see Kairi come back to the WWE and have her moment as a champion. She was a champion in NXT. So it truly is a letdown that we are not getting what we truly should have gotten with the Raw after WrestleMania and the SmackDown after WrestleMania. It was truly a letdown. I mean, that Monday Night Raw was such a sloth to get through. The only thing that I do like about the Raws after, or the and the SmackDowns after WrestleMania, are the new people that they are bringing in. And all we got was Matt Riddle, a person that I am not a fan of, never was a fan of, even when he was with RK Bro, was not a fan of. So it truly sucks. I hate that that happened. And I've been saying hate that it happened a lot today, but it's the truth. It's the truth. It's a downer that we don't have the best of the best free agency for the WWE. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. On in the comments or whatnot. Don't forget. Do you think that it's a letdown for King of the Ring? Also, what about Drew McIntyre? What do you think about Drew McIntyre and the WWE not coming to terms with some type of new contract? Also, what do you think about the CM Punk brawl out situation? Are you on Punk's side or are you on the Young Buck side? Are you on Jim Cornette's side or are you on Dave Meltzer's side? Also, the hiring freeze. Do you think it hurt or do you think it helped the WWE? Also, don't forget, go and check out the Facebook group page, the Wrestle Cram Super Club, and also don't forget to put in your questions for the Friday show. Ask Wrestle Cram. You have 3 different areas you can put your questions and comments in. Don't forget to do that. Once again, like, share, and subscribe. I love y'all so much. I will see y'all tomorrow with the recap of Raw. How about that? The best is truly yet to come, you guys. The best is truly yet to come. Until next time, love, peace, and of course, wrestling.